pissing. Oh shit. Whoopsies. Tasty. What are these, dude? These are kind of gangster.
What's this fucking thing? Fuck the oil lines. Bada boom, bada bing.
Copper spaghetti over here. What's up, y'all? It's Yeti from Yeti Machine Co. We're back here with this 1994 Sportster we're chopping for my buddy Josh. Last episode you saw we got everything disassembled, so I haven't really touched it since then, so we're just going to continue what we were doing. Got some stuff to remove, like the exhaust, brake system, electronics and everything, and then we're going to show you when we go to cut it and actually make it a chopper. So yeah. What it do, baby? What it do? Website is live. Go buy yourself some t-shirts or a jacket or a long sleeve or whatever your heart desires. Click the link in the description to get there. Hell yeah! Before we pull the motor out, we got to remove all the stuff that's hooked up to the motor. I wouldn't necessarily call this video a tutorial, but I wanted to document every step. That's kind of straight, so that you guys can kind of see what goes into hardtailing one of these bikes. Obviously the exhaust has to come off. And this is, I mean, we're just getting more stuff that's good for the swap meet, really. You know, this bike came in as a running bike, so most of the parts coming off of it are good parts that somebody can use. We'll probably reuse the master cylinder because it mounts to the motor, so you can, but all the lines, probably not gonna end up reusing. I'll probably end up making those custom as well. Also, this bike has forwards, and we're gonna end up going with some kind of mid control setup. He hasn't really decided if we're gonna do, he kind of was looking at high mids, which there's not really anybody that makes like an off-the-shelf one, so I may end up making a set of controls for him. We'll see, but definitely not going to be using forwards. These floorboards are pretty gnarly. So now we've got a bunch of wiring under here that, again, we're not going to really use it, but there's no reason to destroy it because somebody out there could probably use a good stock harness. So make sure we disconnect what we can within reason. Want to destroy you, but I will. I need to. There we go. Actually buried up under here. We are definitely going to try not to cut that. Easy. The big one on the starter was the main power for the starter. Then there was a smaller wire on there. That's your constant that leads back to the fuse box. And right now, I am disconnecting the ground that goes from the battery to the frame, which basically grounds the whole bike. It's all going to be new. I'm not going to reuse any of it because it's probably original. There's no reason to use 30-year-old ground cables when you can just put a new one on. That one's off. Well, oh, this can come out. Here's our fuse box. That's that. I'm gonna pull the whole rear brake system off. Nope. Nope. Not enough huevos. God damn. Brake system is off. Oh shit. Probably gonna reuse that. So these back here are the main mounting points, like rear mounting points. So you have these two, and then there's two down below. And on the new hardtail, this is obviously what bolts the motor into the hardtail. So the hardtail has this plate in the back that the motor bolts to. So that's pretty much it in the back. And that's it for the plumbing and the electrical. Oh, that's the next thing. I need to pop this guy off so I can get the clutch cable out. I think if the clutch cable is the correct length, which it might be. Either way, it's a good clutch cable. There's nothing wrong with it. So we'll end up doing something with it. This is already done. So on the Sportsters, if you have forward controls, the controls actually bolt into the front motor mounts. Again, we're not doing forward controls on this thing, we're doing mids. So we're gonna reuse these plates. I might make him like some kind of highway peg setup so he can put his feet forward like when he's cruising down the freeway. So we're not gonna change the plates, we're gonna leave them, but we're definitely gonna get rid of this. I mean, these things are freaking ridiculous. This is like the size for a bagger. They're huge, so we don't need them. We want a skinny chopper. So good forwards for somebody who likes forwards.
Don't you strip on me, you son of a bitch.
It should twist relatively easy. Famous last word there is should. 60. There we go. Thank God. Pull the clutch cover off. This is your adjustment nut, like when you're setting up the clutch. So it holds this whole contraption on there. Take that off. Boom. So like when you're adjusting it, this is how I adjust them, and I've never had problems with it. Basically, bring it about there where it's like hand tight. What that's doing is that's putting pressure on the spring, and then you give it a half turn. And what that does is it makes it so you're not putting any, without the cable pulled in, you're not putting any pressure on the springs, so you're not like slipping the clutch. Some people say half turn, some people say full turn. Half turn's fine. Obviously, if you run into problems, you want to change it. Oh, you can see somebody was in here with the with the bathroom caulking. You do not need to run silicone on gaskets. Just replace the damn gasket if it's leaking. I'm not worried about that right now. It ain't got no fluid in it anyways. We got to take it back apart to put it together, but I just want to make sure I'm not going to lose any of the pieces. So this is the incoming. So you have your incoming from the stator, and then this is your output. A lot of people actually get rid of this plug when they put a new stator on there, so we don't really need it. We're getting close, pretty much. All we have to do now, I'm going to tidy up these oil lines a little bit and cap it off on the oil pump side. That way we're not fighting any of the lines pulling it out. Other than that, we pretty much have our motor mount bolts here, motor mount bolts here, motor mount bolts here, motor mount bolts here. And that's what's awesome about the Sportsters, is that the motor, at least till 03, the motor is solid mounted. That's why it's easier to make it a hardtail. Yeah, the old, just shove the old bolt in there like that. And then run the clamp down on it. Bada boom, bada bing. No more leaky. Pull that old oil line out. Go in the trash. Cool. So now, that's it. Just the motor mount bolts now. So now, all the surrounding stuff is taken off, all the wiring, all the plumbing. So now literally all we have is what actually bolts the motor into the frame. So you have top motor mount, you have your front head motor mount, you have the back plate, and you have the lower front motor mount. So we're gonna do all those, and then the motor will be free, and then I get to play He-Man Strongman and try to muscle this thing out, which is always a good time. That's not sketchy at all. It's loose in there. Alright, just gonna get sketchy. Alright. Our motor is like as free as it's gonna get. They're heavy. There it is. Oh, it's nasty glory. Yeah, Sportster motors are actually deceivingly heavy, even though they're smaller than big twin motors. The motor and the transmission is one piece, so it's actually heavier to pull this Sportster motor and trans out than like a Evo or any other big twin, but that's why I was struggling so much. WD-40, best cleaner ever.
This. Clean the frame up best we can so our tape sticks.
Use tape on the frame to mark where I'm going to cut it. So obviously tape doesn't really stick to greasy, oily surfaces. Watch your eyes real quick here. Where I'm going to cut it. It's kind of ghetto, but I don't have a square. I don't know where my square is. So lowbrow specifies that you want to go 6 inches from this plane to here to make your cut mark. So I'm going to eyeball this straight. It's pretty straight to me. Put a line there and measure from there to there. And I'm actually going to go a little bit shorter because I would much rather have to grind this thing to where I need it to. So we're going to go about 1/8 of an inch. Leave an 1/8 of an inch on the frame. I can always cut it down and make it shorter. So that'll give us a line where we want to cut. And here, lay this across. Do the same thing. Double check our measurement. Yeah, that looks about right. Yep. So it's about, what is that? About 5 7/8. I'm gonna leave a little bit of meat on there. That way, when we go to test fit it, we can kind of grind it in. All right. And then up top, they specify you want to be 1.5 inches back from the motor mount. So that's about 1.5 inches. Same thing. I'm gonna leave a little bit of meat on there just to be safe. We'll go from there. Now it's time to cut. One side. Right. Push the meat on there. Yeah, that's not good. There we go. And that is that. We have now cut the motorcycle in half. What have I done? So, here's a hardtail from Lowbrow. They make it really easy to do these things. What's awesome about these hardtail kits is you don't actually need a frame jig to do them. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh my god, I can't believe you're going to cut the frame in half and not use a frame jig, but what's awesome about these is you actually use the motor as your fixture. So the next step, we're gonna have to obviously clean all this up, clean the inner sides, check for fitment on these plugs here, because these actually come with plugs already in them. So all we got to do, what you got to do is pop the frame together, put the motor back in, and you actually bolt the motor into the frame. God damn it. Bolt the motor into the frame, and that's how you locate it before you finish weld it. So I'm gonna clean these holes up, check for fitment on these plugs, and then go from there. But that's on the next episode. I'm tired, and yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to stay updated on this project. Like I said, next episode will be actually fitting the hardtail and welding it in. So check it out. Thanks for watching.